I'm starting my review in the back seat of this new Nio El8, this big luxury SUV, and we're in the executive model, so you get the lot in here when it comes to equipment. Now, I haven't approached Nio cars yet, so this is rather new for me. I've tried one out a couple of years ago, the ET7, but I haven't really done a review on it, so this is just a pre-show of this new one. And what can you say? Well, we're in the back seat, and the seats, immediately as you step in, you can just feel how plush they are, well stuffed. And I mean, this pillow behind your head here, amazing. It's very minimalistic in here, very simple, and it looks really elegant in here. The materials are very interesting. With this new plant-based alcantara, it really sets the tone of being environmentally friendly. It is a rather long SUV, this one. It is over 5 meters in length, but they've narrowed it so it's not as wide as the EL6. But still, they've pushed the seats out rather well, and it is a bit of a bend out here, so you get some space out to the door, so you can really rest your arm well in here. So the space to the front seat here, well, it's all right. It is curved here, so I can, well, I have space. I'm 175 centimeters. I can still put my feet under that seat, so that feels good. You can stretch out rather well. And of course, you got settings for your electric seat back here. The seats, they are just superb. And as you sit back here, you're in a bit more of a relaxed mode, and you can analyze some of the drive just being a passenger. And this double chamber suspension, well, it really makes it a subtle ride. It is quiet, it is refined, and there is no vibrations whatsoever on this initial feel as you step in. Cozy environment, I would like to have a bit more lifted look with the colors, that is. You can get that. A lot is electronically adjusted, so you can just push a button and this little middle console pops out, and we just switch on the induction charger, because you got 3 induction chargers back here. That feels plenty. I mean, do you need to charge that much? Well, in this day and age, you might need to. 2 cup holders here, rather small cup holder, so it feels like you need a small can for that. But a big center arm rest. And you got massage programs and everything, and they want to do it easy for their customers. They want their customers to update everything over the air, and that is possible even down to the updates of getting new massage programs. And then you can also have that community-based system that makes you say something about that. This doesn't work, that doesn't work, can you update it? And they gather all that information, and then they can update it. And on this little screen here, very delicate small screen, you can get your massage going, different massage programs. You can set your ventilation. You can also fold that front passenger seat if you want to stretch out a bit more. And in the center console here, you got a little fridge. Well, maybe a fridge. Well, it's cool. It's very cold down here, so you can have your beverages there, some sandwiches, and you can also heat it up. If you got something hot, they want to keep hot for a little longer. So, smart. I like this one. When you open the window, you just push it forward and it opens. And then you push it back. Sorry, a bit of a turbulence there. You know, this car becomes very personal. You get into it and then you just enjoy it in your own way. But I like the look of it. I think it feels very premium, and that's what they want to aim for. So you got a standard version. You can reach about 390 kilometers in range. And then you got the long range, and then you can reach about 510 kilometers. So range is rather good. Safety, of course, is on top here. This LIDAR system that it's got, it can detect so much on the road. You got the matrix lights, it can detect a car from 650 meters away, people at about 300 meters away, and also smaller obstacles at about 150, 160 meters away. So a very advanced system. So this is a very interesting car. They've also upped the sound system. You got 2,300 watts in this car, so you can really turn up the volume if you want to listen to some great music. It's a very open cabin. This big window here, this panoramic roof, it is long, it is big. So even though it's got this dark interior, which I often don't really like, I want to have some light interior, so I would have gone for the lighter one or the brown one. But still, it lets in a lot of light all the way through, and also in the third row, well, back there, it is nicely dressed with this alcantara back here. And there is good space. You got ISOFIX, you can fold them electrically if you want to put in some stuff back there. So it is a good family car, this one. You can choose it with this BAAS, and that's the option that lets you swap the battery at battery stations. You can swap batteries 2 times a month, and you pay a monthly fee for that, or you just buy the whole car for a little more money and then you keep the battery, but then you cannot swap that battery. So you need to balance that cost a little over the long term of how to use this car. But it's a rather smart way swapping these batteries, because you will always be able to have a fresh battery, and they can always monitor how that battery feels. And the charging capabilities is 140 kilowatts. And you can also fast charge it even more, and that is up to 240 kilowatts. So the fast charging capabilities, they are there. But just talking about the airbags, 7 airbags, and they got a very long airbag curtain as well that stretches all the way back to the 3rd row. You can choose what type of rims you want, from 20 to 22 inches. So if you have a dog, it's got this protection system that doesn't allow it to go over 22 degrees if it can sense that a dog is in, and if you have that mode activated. I think that the seat, I need to get into a better position. They're so comfy, the seats, that it's almost a bit difficult getting into a more firm driving position. But I mean, comfort before sportiness, well, maybe most buyers prefer that. But I like to get the steering wheel a bit more towards me, but this is max. The screen is just big enough. I like it. Good graphics. It's very sharp, very quick. You get into it, there is a lot of sub-menus getting into, but it doesn't steal your attention that much. You know, there's always a competition of how big screens should be. This is just a perfect format. You have great vision out, and you still get this very meaty feel because you can see this big bonnet in front of you. So I like it, but at the same time, you sit low and very sporty in it. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.1 seconds when you drive in Sport Plus. That is well enough, and you can really feel it in a big car like this. Sitting rather high, having 2,500 kilos lumping around. Well, this double chamber, both for comfort and both for sportiness, that's just what you want. So the best of both worlds. Brakes, they're rather good. They don't feel that regenerative as it can do in many electric cars. So they grab rather good. You got Brembo brakes, and they just deliver, don't they? But it's very planted on the road. It doesn't lean too much either. So impressive ride. It feels like a smaller car in some way, not that big. When driving over a little bump that is a bit more aggressive in its tone, you can feel that it sits a lot quicker. I think it does that in this sportier mode. But when driving a bit more ambitious, it feels like you would like to stiffen up the seats in some way. Hard to explain, but they are so comfy that I don't get into this very ambitious type of mode in my head. This pillow here, well, need to remove that one first maybe. Totally different feeling. Small inputs when getting into that mode that you want. You like the acceleration, well, that's always a little tickly feeling, but you want range, you want comfort, you want to go for long stretches, and this is just a sublime experience for that. It looks good, it's airy, and everything is just packed into a great system, which is just automatic. And you just talk to Nomi like, "Hi Nomi, activate comfort mode." and she activated the comfort mode. So now we're in the comfort mode. But hi Nomi, activate Sport Plus. And now she activated Sport Plus again. Great, works really, really quick. In some cars, well, they don't react that quick, or they don't read out anything of what you say. Standing start and just feel how it feels. So 0 to 100 in its fastest mode is 4.1 seconds. Yeah, well, it's pretty good. You can feel that it is a lot of kilos on it, but it slingshots you away. Down here, got some compression here, I think. Yep, we do. Really nice. That brakes. Take it in here. Really, really good.
Det var too much for me.
Was it too much for them? Okay, okay. All right, so we got a little too much for the passengers here. So let's just calm down. But it has some poise to it, I think. Okay, so you got some shortcuts if you want to get into Sport Plus, or just into normal again. You can hold these outer buttons on the steering wheel simultaneously. Then you get into comfort mode. And let's get back into Sport Plus. And you get that sound. Great touch to them. I like it. I like the design. I like that they are minimalistic, and it's very comfortable. And yeah, we might skip the passengers next time so we can go for our sporty ride, so we can really evaluate what type of performance it's got. So climbed into the third row seat here, and let's get this one back again, the seat. Well, there's plenty of room here, but it feels like you're sitting a little offset, but they're still very plush. The seats back here, like them. Got a cup holder, you got USB-C, and I just like the airiness back here. Big, generous windows, and all this alcantara all around. So it is a very elegant and great looking interior all the way back. Let's just put that up. Let's see, and I'm 175 centimeters, so sure, you bump your head a little. You can adjust the backrest electrically. It's rather good. So you get some extra space for some luggage if you're fully loaded with passengers in it. What I like about it when it's electrically adjusted is that it's very quick when it's being pushed forward, so you can jump out rather quick. In some electric cars in this position or in the third row, well, it isn't that quick. If it's manual operated, well, then you can just push it. But this one, quick, rapid, and convenient. Let's step into the back seat of the standard version. And here you get this aisle that the kids can run back, or an adult, if they want to get back to the third row. The third row is folded now. But instead of pushing the seats forward to jump in, you can go through here. And you got some pockets, USB-C. Also like this integrated cup holder here, look at that. Very, very neat touch. And of course the same here, that little center console back there. But best is this color. This is a color that I would go for because it can be dark, even though it's just flowing with light in here. I think that this color, well, it sets my mind in a better mood.